Hey guys, buckle up for another episode of Below the Iceberg. This is the one and only podcast where we talk to real life 2 Comma Club winners. Now, whether you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a wannabe entrepreneur, or you've been in business for a while, I'm sure you're to pick up some good tidbits of actionable advice from our $1 million entrepreneurs. Now, if you don't know what a 2 Comma Club winner is, it's where they've built one funnel inside the ClickFunnels software and they have sold $1 million through just that one funnel, which is an absolute fantastic achievement. So in today's episode, I'm really excited to be talking to Parthiv Shah, who has won 2 Comma Club awards. So let's dive in and find out what he does, how he did it, and all the things that happened on his path to get that $1 million funnel working. Okay, so welcome, Parthiv, and I really want to congratulate you on getting a 2 Comma Club award.
Thank you.
That's absolutely awesome. And you have 2.
Yes.
That is absolutely fabulous. Now, what I usually do with my guests is I go do a bit of investigating and look on their social profiles and see what I can discover. So I like to do this because it's interesting for the viewers to see people who can achieve a 2 Comma Club and they don't have masses and masses of followers on social platforms. So it's a really good thing.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of followers on social.
Yes, so I looked up across your channels and it's really interesting. So YouTube, Instagram, you don't have that many followers. LinkedIn, you've got quite a lot of followers, maybe about 3,500.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm not as active on LinkedIn as I should be.
No, okay. And Facebook, you got about 1,600 followers. Is that right?
Well,
Yeah. Do you have a Facebook group?
I don't.
You don't. Okay, so tell us, your business is called eLaunchers.
Yes, my business is eLaunchers.
Okay, do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about what eLaunchers does?
Sure. So eLaunchers is a marketing communications company. I work with physicians, dentists, lawyers, financial advisors, other clinicians like chiropractors and pain management clinics and physiotherapists.
Okay.
And I help them capture leads and follow up and stay in touch with them. See, what happens is when a patient says no, $6,000 walk away from the doctor, right? And patients say no all the time because in dentistry, patients are afraid of pain, patients are afraid of recovery time, infection, other problems, money. But and doctor is not the best salesperson.
Right. Okay.
So for every $1 million you make, there is $500,000 to $2 million in unconverted leads and lost opportunities that you're not monetizing.
Yeah, totally.
So I have 5 funnels.
Okay, we'll get to the funnels in a little bit. I just wanted to ask you as well. I believe you've published 8 books. Is that right?
10.
Awesome. So was the winning funnel with one of your books?
I did not understand the question.
So was the funnel that you won the 2 Comma Club with, was that with one of your books?
Yes, the free book funnel. So here, I'll show you the books.
Okay.
And leave him here. I'll tell you more about him.
Okay, I'm interested to learn about that.
So this is my shock and awe package.
All right, okay.
I have some sales letters.
Yeah.
This is the pocket folder. This is what Dan Kennedy helped me design.
Okay.
The slide plan, I'll show that. We are very big in print. And I have some welcome kits and strategy document that the clients get.
Okay.
This is the book that I wrote in 2014 called Business Kama Sutra.
All right. Okay. So is that the book that won the 2 Comma Club award?
This is a book that won the 2 Comma Award.
Okay. So when did you actually get the $1 million in sales for that funnel?
From this, 2019.
2019.
2014 to 2019 from the book funnel.
All right. Okay. And what's the other 2 Comma Club award for?
So we lost about 85% of my revenues in 2.5 days in March of 2020.
All right. Okay.
So I had to rebuild the agency from scratch.
Right.
I gathered my team. I said, look, we lost almost all our revenue. Nobody's getting laid off. Nobody's getting fired. Nobody's getting their hours cut. Nobody's getting their hourly rate cut. And no vendor is not getting paid late. We are just going to hide behind me and I'll go drum up new business. So what I did is I created a new funnel where I started giving away my funnels. So
okay.
If you are affected by COVID, and if you need to restart your business, take my funnels, they work. And that generated a whole bunch of appointments and some became clients. We stopped losing money in August of 2020. We actually made a modest profit in 2020. And 2021, we crossed 7 figures again. For 2019, we did 1.1 million. We didn't do that much in 2020, but 2021, we crossed 1 million. We did 1.2. So.
And what funnel was that then?
Giving away my funnels, my 5 funnels that are generating revenue.
Okay, so if you gave them away, what happened next then? Where did you get the money?
Talk about that. Well, if you are a physician, dentist, or a lawyer, you will not be able to implement the funnel on your own. You will need some help. So you would come back to us. We would either fix bad haircut or turnkey the whole funnel from start to finish for a fee.
Okay.
And launch and help you generate new revenue. You see, the niche I'm serving, I don't need a lot of deals. We are, unlike a traditional funnel for ClickFunnels, we don't have low ticket. A doctor, any kind of doctor, physician, dentist, chiropractor, physical therapist, they make about $6,000 per patient. So to make $100,000 in net new revenue, you need 17 net new patients. 17, right? So just look at the number, 6,000 per transaction, 17 net new to get 100,000, 170 to get to a little over 1 million. And everybody has several hundred patients diagnosed but not treated. It's not too difficult to use marketing automations and ClickFunnels to make an extra $100,000 to a clinic that's making $500,000, million, 2 million or more.
Yeah. So that second funnel came from you upselling those clients. Okay. So when you hit the second one, then what did you do? Were you going for a 2 Comma Club, or did it just happen?
I was just trying to make sure making enough money so we don't die, but in the process we crossed the threshold. So second 2 Comma Club arrived. You see, this book has been the anthem of our company.
Yeah.
We created the next version of this book was Business Kamasutra for Dentists.
All right. Okay.
Business Kamasutra for lawyers.
All right. Okay. So there's a different book for the different niches.
Yes, Business Kamasutra for pain management clinic.
All right. Okay. So when you hit that 2 Comma Club, when you realized you'd hit it, what did you do? Did you have a celebration, or did you just carry on as normal?
Yeah, there is celebration.
Yeah. What did you do?
Um, well, a little family dinner, a video on Facebook. A lot of people call. I get invited to speak on calls like this,
Yeah.
donating some money, doing some charity work.
Oh, good. Okay, so I want to do a little rewind for you now, and I want to take you
Sure.
back a few years, and we're going to go back down to your childhood.
Okay, childhood. All right.
Yeah, childhood. We're going to go back. So, what was your childhood like? Where did you grow up?
So I was born in India,
Okay.
and my parents were government employees. After high school, I went into the military. I
Okay.
went to Indian Air Force, and my parents came to US on an immigration visa. So I got an admission into college in US. So I left Indian Air Force to come to US.
All right. Okay. How old were you then?
When I came to US, I was 21, 22.
Okay. And where did you go to in the US then?
We were in Massachusetts.
Okay. So then you went to college.
So, well, I had a job. I worked for a direct mail marketing company. Do you understand mail? Do you understand direct mail?
Yep.
So I mailed more than 1 billion pieces of direct mail. I'm a big print and mail guy. I understand postal regulations, and I understand list research and market segmentation in direct mail industry. So I do very well. So I worked for a direct mail marketing company from 1989 to 2002.
Okay.
I started my own business called List Launchers in 2002.
Okay, so what happened then? So you were at that business up until 2002. Were you doing were you doing the same job there all the time, or did you change in the company? Did you move up in the company, or?
No, I started out as a telemarketer, and I moved up to the ranks of director of new business development, but it was the same thing. I just brought in new clients.
Okay, what was the business? What were they mailing? Who was their target?
We were selling direct mail. We were doing direct mail.
Oh, you were doing it for other businesses. Oh, right, I see. So what happened to make you set up your own business? What made you do that decision?
So in 1991, I started not 91. In 1999, I started a .com company.
Okay.
Was a data play. And so it failed. I lost everything. I went back to my boss and got my job back.
Okay, and so why did it fail then? What happened?
Great. Okay, so let's get to that story. So I started a company called sunvalet.com. It would sell. I wanted to build a national network of dry cleaners that would do dry cleaning, a national network of pickup and delivery people who will pick up and drop off clothes from your office.
Okay.
Tag the garments, and then every garment would have an identification number. And then we would see how many times this particular shirt is cleaned. And then after cleaning this shirt 10 or 12 times, you will get a coupon to replace it. It was a data play.
Okay.
So dry cleaning as an employee benefit.
What can I ask you? Why did you come up with that idea then? What made you get to go to dry cleaning?
I met a guy who had a chain of dry cleaning stores, and I'm a data guy. We talked, and that's how it started.
All right,
I don't know anything about dry cleaning, so I bought 2 dry cleaning stores. That told me I don't know anything about retail. I don't know how to run a retail business. It was a miserable failure. I went back to my boss and said, I want my job back. And he's like, Okay, it didn't work out. Welcome back. We'll give you your clients back. We'll give you a paycheck. And I said, well, I lost a lot of money. I have a lot of debt. I need more money to come back. And he was like, no, you can't get more money. You're getting a job back. You should be grateful. I am grateful, but it's not enough. So he says, so I was making $40,000 a year and I asked for 70. He says, look, I'm going to give you $600 a week for 20 weeks on top of your monthly, on top of your salary. If you cannot earn that $600 in commissions after covering your bases in 20 weeks, I'm taking the $600 a week off. And so I'm only giving you a 20-week runway. You have that much time to make your money. So, okay, I sold 15 new clients in 90 days and made the raise permanent because I needed the money.
Yeah.
So I worked for a couple more years, paid everything off. I own nothing. But, you know, I had a business failure on my heart. I mean, it's like there is this empty corner in your heart. You're mourning the loss of a business.
Yeah.
I left my job again to start the new company. And my boss became my first client. And I started selling lists and data for telemarketing, direct mail marketing, and email marketing. And that led to become a full service agency.
Okay. And how did you know how to do that then? Were you doing that in your job?
I was.
So you're doing that in your job. So you set up exactly. So you were like a competitor to your boss then, were you?
No, he became my client.
Okay. So how did that work out then?
It worked out well. We made enough money to survive, thrive. I got bought out by a company from India who wanted to come to America. I stayed with them for a little bit. And then I started the current company, elaunchers.com, in 2006.
Okay.
So this current company since 2006.
Okay. So in 2006, when you started in 2006, is it different now to what it was in 2006? Has it changed?
I have changed. I have grown. I have matured. People get better, Parthiv.
So when you started, what were you doing when you first started eLaunchers?
Landing pages, personalized URLs, data, small multi-step direct mail campaigns. So I was a tiny little technology agency. Have you heard of a company called Infusionsoft?
Yes, I used to use Infusionsoft.
So it is now called Keep.
Yes, Keep. I haven't used it since it's been called Keep. I used to use it back in about 2012, 2013, around that time. It was confusing. A lot of people call it Confusionsoft at the time, didn't they?
People call it Infusionsoft. So have you heard of a guy named Dan Kennedy?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm a private client with Dan Kennedy.
Okay, so when did you become a client with Dan?
2017. I became a private client in 2017.
Okay, so can we just rewind a little bit? So you started in 2006, the eLaunchers. So how did that go up until 2017? What were you doing until you started with Dan?
So 2009, I bought a book called No BS Direct Response Marketing.
Yeah, I've read that.
I attended an event and I kind of fell in love with the concept, the crew, the people. I started following Dan Kennedy.
Yeah.
Subscribing to newsletters, attending events, learning from him, selling to my colleagues, selling to my classmates. I became a and then I was more intimately involved in that program. I started selling their courses and products to my clients.
All right. Okay.
So they had their certified advisor program that I was part of.
All right. Okay.
Then and then I began exhibiting at Kennedy conferences in 2012, 11, 12. And money makes money, and money makes you more money, friends make you more friends. So it keeps getting closer and closer. And then so Kennedy wrote forward to all of my books. I speak to Kennedy once a month. I just got a fax from him today.
So he has different levels, and because he's got the what's it called, the magnetic marketing, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, that is owned by Russell Brunson now. The whole magnetic marketing with the value ladder is owned by Russell Brunson. Kennedy only has one level. You're either a client or you're not.
All right. Okay. So when did you discover ClickFunnels?
2013 or 2012. Yeah, 2013 or 2012. It was at a Kennedy conference. I was a sponsor, and around 9 o'clock at night, a big guy from Kennedy's company tapped on my shoulder. Tomorrow's keynote guy, he just flew in. Restaurant is closed. He's at the bar. They're going to give him some food. Why don't you talk to him? Give him a company. None of our people are around. Let me introduce you to him. Why don't you sit with them? Why don't you sit with him and be friends with him and give him some respect and some love?
Okay.
And that was Russell Brunson.
Right. Okay.
So I sat with him, and he says, so he started drawing stick figures on paper napkins. I wish I saved them now. And then he asked me what I do. I say I do personalized URLs and landing pages and thank you pages. And he says, do you know what is a funnel? I say, yes, a funnel is a landing page, thank you page, and everything in between. He says, exactly. I said, so what do you do? He says, I built a software that allows anybody to do what you do. I'm like, that's great. So you are so I'm like an Indian version of your software. I'm a human version of your software. He says, yes, I am a software version of you. So he says, so now that you know what I am, so this is then we talked about, so what are you going to speak about tomorrow? Are you going to sell your software tomorrow? He says, yes, I'm going to sell my software. He says, you're not going to buy it, right? I'm like, I'll be the first one to buy. He's like, why? I say, because everybody else is buying and they will all struggle with it. That's how it started with ClickFunnels.
Right. That's super cool.
I'm one of the few people who handed an order form to Russell Brunson.
All right, at the back of the room. Did you get the napkin that he wrote on when you were at the bar?
I wish I did. But his stick figures are famous. So this time, FHL, I will go and I'm going to bring my awards. I want him to sign them.
Yeah, that's really good. So what was your first funnel like that you built in ClickFunnels?
I have 400 funnels.
Whoa.
I'm always testing and tweaking and experimenting, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. He has a program called Funnel University. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
I have played with every single funnel in Funnel University to see how it works.
All right.
So I'm constantly studying other people's funnels and what is working. And then I have 5 funnels that make me money.
Okay.
But my 5 funnels are valuable because I have 400 that didn't work. Right? So success is not miraculous. You arrive at success through deductive reasoning. You eventually run out of things that can go wrong. So when I say I have 5 funnels that made me $5 million and counting, right? I mean, soon I will be ready to be putting in for an award, for the big award,
the 10X.
Yes.
That will be awesome. So what are the 5 funnels that are working then? What types of funnels are they? Do you want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah. Can I share my screen and show you?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. You know, if you go to elaunchers.com/free, because I'm still giving away my funnels.
All right. Okay. elaunchers.com/free.
Yep. So there is a letter that talks about my funnels.
Okay.
And there is I have a little booklet that I made that describes my 5 funnels.
Okay.
That's what I'll show you right now. I have a free report funnel. If you have a lead magnet, it's a 3 squeeze. Squeeze 1, you capture the name, email, and phone number. Squeeze 2, you capture their physical address. And then if they give you their physical address, persuade them to book an appointment. And then there is a follow-up sequence.
Okay.
This is basically keep. Ask Parthiv funnel.
Yep.
When someone asks you a question, it starts a meaningful conversation that can lead up to a transaction.
So for that funnel, people just fill that in with a question for you. Is that the purpose of that one?
Pretty much, yes. So if you want to build a funnel, you can have an askpolly.com or askpowell.com. Probably the URL is available. It just captures their name, email, mobile, and what's your question.
Okay. And what do you do after that then? They go into your into your Infusionsoft.
Keep.
Keep, yeah, keep. I forget it's changed name. Keep, yeah. They go into keep, and then they get your follow-up sequences.
Exactly. See, the idea is any conversation you have, you are not supposed to forget what happened.
Yeah.
Because when you forget, you fail to do what you could have or should have done. And that causes a brand damage. So that's what he does.
Okay.
He is an elephant. He doesn't forget. Stop the screen share.
Yeah. So what's the elephant called?
His name is Brent. Business relationship system for your enterprise.
Okay. And how did you come up with that? How did you come up with the elephant?
There is a book I wrote called Brent Never Forgets.
All right.
This
okay.
Soon. And he's an elephant. He doesn't forget. So if you look at ClickFunnels or Keep or HubSpot, is essentially your Brent operating system. So he is the spirit of lead capture and fail-safe follow-up in every organization. So when you have him on your desk, he will keep track of everything and everyone.
I need a Brent. He looks cute. I need one on my desk.
Okay, we will FedEx you. He arrives in a FedEx box.
So when somebody signs up for the book, so let's go back to your Kama Sutra business funnel. When somebody signs up for the book, so I had a look at it earlier. So they've got the free digital download. And then on the next page, you've got 2-step order form.
Yep. And then
with 2 options, a $19 and a $99, I think. What happens after that? Do they get any other upsells? Because I didn't carry on, so I don't know.
They get the new lead sequence is designed to get them to come to an appointment.
Okay.
The only upsell I have is you just buy the book, and an upsell is for $100, I will send you my shock and awe package
Right. Okay.
with a file of sales letters and a way you can design your own shock and awe.
Okay. What I want to know is, you don't have a lot of followers on these social platforms. How do you get your traffic? How are you getting people to your funnels?
I get invited to speak at conferences and events.
Okay.
Everybody gets this magazine. So this is my, what we call event brochure. Okay. I also send this in a mail. This 12-page booklet has a letter from Keep CEO,
Yeah.
a 4-page letter from me and Clayt Mask,
Yeah.
a description of, I will give you all my funnels for free.
Okay.
There is a print automation where you can actually send printed cards and personalized gifts directly from Keep. And
Oh,
an
do they do
overt
that
offer,
now?
an overt offer, I want you can too take my funnels, they are free. And I have a 4-page interview with Dan Kennedy that talks about marketing automation and why it matters in 2022 and beyond. And then the offer is just pay for software, everything else is free.
Okay.
All they have to do is
So
one.
you created that booklet,
Yes.
but who are you sending that to? That's
Every event that, so people who own an event, I would pay them $2,000, $5,000 to show up and distribute this.
okay. So every attendee then gets a copy of that. So you don't run any ads on any social platforms or anything like that?
None. Offline only. I do events, and we also do FedEx. I have a large list. I have a very active blog. So we write 2 blog articles a week.
Okay.
I have a scribe write really well thought out, deep blog articles. Those blog gets published on my HubSpot. They get distributed online. They are also sent to people via email. And then we keep track of who is reading. You know, Polly, you booked an appointment with me to talk to me before, so we can schedule this this interview, right?
Yeah.
So you opted in. You went into my funnel. You went to meetparthiv.com, one of my 5 funnels, and you put your contact information. Now that I have your contact information, you're getting my blog articles.
Okay.
You'll get my blog.
It's the getting the people to your funnel in the first place. That's the bit I was thinking. How are you doing that?
Direct mail.
All direct mail.
Yes.
But so apart from conferences, do you make your own lists and send it out to random people that you've specifically targeted, or is it only conferences?
See this, for example, this video that we are recording, it'll go to your people, right?
Yeah.
It'll go to a lot of people, you know, Polly. And I'm giving away a gift that made me money.
Yeah.
People will come to me. They will go to meetparthiv.com, book an appointment, request my book, and that's how my business is growing. Someone in your audience will invite me to come speak on their Zoom call or their podcast or their event. Someone might have an event, live event, where they're looking for a sponsor. I might be a keynote. I might be a workshop speaker. I might be an exhibitor who's just handing out this works.
Right, okay.
And then I have a bank of them. I have a sales letter that goes to appointment no show. I have a sales letter that goes to people who should get copywriting. I have another sales letter that goes to highly targeted large accounts. So we don't send out emails to cold traffic,
Right.
but we send out direct mail to cold traffic using FedEx.
Okay.
I send about 10 FedExes a day.
All right. Okay. And when you, can I ask you, when you send that first one back, if you don't hear from them, what happens next then?
Then second,
Do you send them
Then
something
third.
else in the post?
FedEx, not post.
Well, yeah,
FedEx.
FedEx. So you send them, what do they get next? What did they get next?
Letter number 2.
Okay.
Letter number 3. Letter number 4. See, FedEx has 100% deliverability. It costs $10 to deliver a FedEx to somebody.
Yeah.
Right? 10 because I get a discount. FedEx costs a lot more money than post office. So you don't get too many FedExes. In US, in the mail, you get this much mail, right?
Oh, do you?
Everything is a little envelopes. Some are big envelopes. FedEx is a large envelope or a box. So
Yeah.
when someone gets FedEx, if a doctor's office gets a FedEx, the staff will take the FedEx and give it to the doctor. And the doctor will look at it and put it in the briefcase or open it right now.
I do love lumpy mail campaigns. I like bright, shiny colored envelopes and wow things for people. So they always open it.
Yep. FedEx does one better than that because FedEx is this is what a FedEx envelope looks like in America.
Yeah.
Nobody not open this. Now, if you get this and don't respond, a week later, second one comes.
Right. Okay.
A week later, second one comes. A third one. A week later, fourth one comes. Right. So we have 4. You get 4 FedExes in 28 days. And while the FedExes are dropping, we call. Hey, did you get Parthiv's FedEx? He wants to book an appointment with you. So typically, we would get a check, an appointment, or a firm no, thank you, I'm not interested by FedEx number 2 or 3. Take me off your list.
I see.
So it costs about.
I was gonna say, how many staff do you have now that work in e-launchers?
14.
14. And what do they do? What's their roles that you?
We have graphic designers. We have technology. We have tech crew that can do funnels and Keep and HubSpot implementation and Keep implementation. I have 2 data people. I have writers who can write email sequences, sales letters, landing pages, and funnel pages. And I have admin people.
All right. Okay. So what's been your biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome on this journey so far, on this entrepreneurial journey?
Thanks for asking. See, I am weird, difficult to understand, and very complicated. So the biggest problem is being dismissed before I'm understood.
Right. Okay.
So when you get ushered into a relationship, when you get introduced to someone saying you should hire Parthiv, it works out. I don't do well with cold traffic. I do well when I am introduced in a warm handoff.
Right.
So for that reason, I have never been able to do much on direct. I do so to overcome that, to compensate that, I have a very specific process to have promoters promote me. Let's JV.
Right. Okay.
So I get invited into rooms because I would either pay to get in or pay on the back. So this helps me overcome that hurdle.
All right. Okay. So that's joint ventures. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Has there ever been a time where you thought about giving up and going back and getting a job? No.
No. I've gone without a paycheck for, look, I've been dead broke 3 times, in bankruptcy once. Poverty is not a new subject for me. I have more experience being poor than experience of having money. So yeah, I like money. I like having money better than not having money. But no, I did not want to.
Okay. And what not including getting the 2 Comma Club awards, what's been your biggest achievement?
Thanks for asking. There is something that I have that I don't think too many people have. In 2009, I started an internship program where I started taking students from local college and high school. And they spend few hundred hours to maybe 1,000 hours. And I teach them digital marketing, internet literacy, and so on and so forth, right?
Okay.
And then make them employable and help them get jobs. I have, between 2009 and now, I have had 271 students go through my program.
Awesome. That's really good.
They all have a job. Everyone is employed. I have had adults, non-college of students. I have had stay-at-home mom. I have had American soldiers from Afghanistan war, Iraq war, who want to come back to civilian life. So we take them in, we give them money, we give them training, and off they go. My internship program is very close to my heart. So that is my pride and joy. I think my dream is to have 1,000 interns before I die.
Okay. And so do you do that online or do you do it in person? Is it local to you or?
The college students are local because they come from the college. The college picks them and sends them to us. And then, so the college pays them for 1 semester. We pay them for the follow-on semesters if they stay with us, or they can go get hired somewhere else.
All right. Okay.
So I have had some long distance internships. I have I have a couple of kids in India who are shadowing me, and they are fellow funnel hackers. They build funnels, and they don't want to work for me. They want to build their own agency, but they learn from me how to build and grow their agency. So
that's really good. That's awesome. That's really good. So what's your focus this year?
So I'm on a mission to help 1,000 business owners make an extra $100,000 before December 2025.
All right. Okay.
It's a 5-year focus. 1,000 companies to get an extra $100,000, and that's $100 million impact. I stopped counting how much money I make because I no longer struggle to make ends meet. See, when you are working to make ends meet, you count how much you make, you count how much you spend, and you count how much you save. When you cross that point where you're no longer working to make ends meet, when the ends are met, you stop counting how much you make, how much you spend, how much you save, and you start counting what's your impact.
Okay.
Because when you grow your impact, your personal, financial, and personal social growth happens automatically. It's just a byproduct.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm creating this thing called Growth Gang. So Keep CEO, a few other people at Keep, a friend of mine who owns the print automation, he owns Mailbox Power. His name is Justin Biggs. So I call us the Growth Gang. We are committing our time, energy, and resources to helping 1,000 businesses make an extra $100,000. Now, if you're making $6,000, that's 17 new customers. If you get my funnels, the Keep campaign, the print follow-up, and if you're already making $500,000, $2 million or more, or $1 million or more, making an extra $100,000 should be easy.
Yeah.
And so that is my focus from now till December 2025.
All right. Okay. Good. I like it. Now I have one final question for you. If you, and I've got an inkling of what you're going to answer to this, but we'll see. If you were going to be an animal for 24 hours, what would you be and why?
Take a wild guess.
I think it's going to be an elephant.
Yes. And why? Because he is as unique in jungle as I am in ClickFunnels and Kennedy and magnetic marketing community. He got bigger brain. He's amphibious. He can go into any terrain. You can bark at him. You can't stop him. He will move at his pace. He can reach anywhere up and down with a trunk. And he's from India.
That's fabulous. Okay, so if anybody wants to, do you want to, which funnel is the best one for people to go to if they want to find out more? And get.
Okay. So I would love for people to read this article that Dan Kennedy wrote. So if you go to www.justbykeep.com,
justbykeep.com. Okay.
you will be able to download this interview by Dan Kennedy. It is a fantastic article, and he talks about importance of marketing automation in 2022 and beyond. It was published this year.
All right. Okay. Perfect. So that was can you go back to the top? What was it again? Justbykeep.com.
Yes. Just
okay.
by.
Perfect. But I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day today to come and chat with me. It's been really interesting, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well.
Thank you very much. I'm pleasure to be on your show. Thank you for having me. And Brent and I, is he the first elephant to come on your show?
Yes. Yes, the first elephant.
If he could speak, you know what he would say?
What?
Don't forget. Don't forget to follow.
Don't forget the follow-up.
Don't forget to follow up. That's what he's all about.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for listening. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please take a moment to leave us a 5-star review and subscribe to the podcast on your podcast software. It really helps us rank the podcast and get more listeners. And if you're over on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the bell. Every Friday, 8 a.m. GMT, we release a brand new episode. And until then, have a good one.